guys, welcome. We've been doing this roundtable across the country. The final destination was Goa for now. After that, we're going to come back in August. So thank you very much. And we have 100% attendance, so that makes it even more special. So the idea is basically, so there are a lot of conversation that happen between all of us in isolation. Like I'm sure all of you are people talking to each other, and then as digital partners, we are talking to all of you. But I think now it's time to all of us to talk to each other, agree, disagree, do all sorts of things, so that when people who are listening, there could be other digital marketing agencies who might say, this is what the need of the hour is. It could be operations, it could be sales, it could be anything. Because what's happening is that all the bigger events that I see when I go to, they, with all due respect to the big events, I see that the same cookie cutter format which has been running for the last 50 years. Same, पहले वाइट फील्ड प्रोजेक्ट की बात होती है और उसके बाद ऑपरेशंस की होती है, फिर सेल्स होता है, देन थोड़ी सी स्पॉन्सर आके अपना पिच करता है, and all of that. It just seems the same. I don't see a lot of young people coming to those events and trying to understand what they should do to, sort of level up. So those are the kind of conversations. So I just try to spark a few questions, and then, like I said, it's not a Q&A with me. It's anybody can go anywhere. Like, if you like what any of us have done for any of our hotels, so we can that. But we're trying to keep the theme as close to digital as possible to see how can we promote rooms with digital, how can we promote F&B with digital, how can we promote banquets with digital, and how can we promote spas with digital. So basically, mostly, if there are other revenue streams that you see that you've been able to do with digital, we'd love to learn about those. ठीक है. So we'll start, in no particular format. We just go. So Vaibhav, I'll go with you. So how's the last 1 month news that Goa khatam ho gaya hai, kuch nahi ho raha, social media, all this thing. How's that affecting the business, and what are the counter strategies?
So Avi, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me today over here. And with regards to all this news which has been going around the social media that Goa market has dried down, or the travelers are not traveling, I'm very happy to announce that my quarter performance was 92% for the hotel. So it did not affected us at all, because if you are delivering experiences in the hotel and you are still stuck to not one particular market to perform, and you have distributed your business in different markets, then, and you're able to find your niche, then the client is still going to come back. We are blessed to have the maximum occupancy in the world, 140 million people. So at any given point of time, even if Goa is getting just 1% of those travelers traveling every month, Goa is sorted, right? But what we also saw this year, that international tourism opened, there was charter business coming in, there was domestic lines coming in also. And we at the Aster in Kandulim, which is one of the most competitive market, we have a product which is an all-suite hotel. So we found ourselves providing more of a value for money proposition rather than, cutting the customer off and, selling our rooms at 30,000 rupees, because that's what everybody does. So we believed consciously in doing conscious business, not ripping the customer off and giving him an experience and value for money.
Right.
That worked brilliantly.
So can you tell us what would that value for money like in terms of packages or pricing or?
So, my biggest USP is that I hold one of the biggest suite inventory in entire North Goa. So mine is a 64 keys hotel and I have 55 suites out of it. So at any given point of time, my standard room is not available, and my Aster suite, which is our hero suite, can fit in 4 people at one point of time. Right. So our Aster promises that, we serve breakfast till noon, a great proposition not most of the hotels in Goa do. Then we provide minibar complimentary. So breaking the taboos of hospitality that, going back to hotels when our parents used to take us, the first thing they used to say, minibar ko tange tod denge, right? And if by mistake a guest has chosen to pick up a minibar item, then he has to sell his kidney or his iPhone to pay the price for a Kit Kat, which is going to be like $250. So understanding those little things, we made sure that, we give a minibar complimentary, because that adds on to as an element of surprise for the customer, because never heard of it.
Minibar is complimentary means unlimited? Or?
It's unlimited. So we don't want our guests to live on a minibar. So we provide a replenishment on the 4th night. So any guest, because the average length of stay in Goa is 3 nights. So consciously thinking about that, if you plug in that additional night wala aspect, if you want to stay for an extra night, we're going to give you a minibar. So we replenish that item on the 4th night. So that's our second promise. Then in our Astor suite, every suite has a sofa cum bed. So we don't charge you for an extra bed. So third person stays free. Now, the international standards or branded standards is that every hotel would only hold 10% to 15% of their extra bed inventory. And rest, every hotel provides matters on the floor. Not an experience, but we can't hold inventory for an extra bed. Adds on to my benefit that, all my suites have a sofa cum bed. So third person stays free. Great value add on because now you don't have to take for 2 rooms if you are traveling with your kids, or beg, borrow, plead at the front desk that give me adjoining rooms or interconnecting rooms. Family stays together. You're coming with an infant, mate sleeps in the living room. My suite's average size is 600 square foot in size. So, all those elements were just adding up.
Right. Plus, I remember you showed me that a lot of people come to Goa because they just want the vibe of Goa, but they're working all day from the room. So, uske liye ek office, one place can be the office, and one place.
See, the size of the suite is 600 square foot. So let's say if the wife is sleeping, she's deciding to snooze till 10 o'clock in the morning and husband needs to log on to the Zoom call. He quietly comes to the living room. There's enough privacy over there. Both the rooms have got a smart TV.
But how do you get this message out again and again and again? Through digital ads?
So it's going through a lot of promotion. See, we are a 1.5-year-old hotel. So part of the campaign was, of course, first year was going offline to all the domestic partners. Then literally going out to the international clients.
But tell me, and this question could be for anybody, domestic partners को product से इतना ज़्यादा फर्क पड़ता है या वो सिर्फ पहले price देखते हैं यार, पहले हमारी range में ले आओ या नहीं, वो कहते नहीं, अब मेरे पास 30,000 का भी customer है, अगर कोई आपके पास product है तो.
See, I'll tell you, so the pseudo mindset for the domestic partners was that when I went over there, as a newbie, a new kid in town, with no brands, and I went to them that, I
all
have
the
a
way from
suite.
Delhi.
Not all the way from Delhi. I'm happily living in Goa for last 7 years, so I understand the market. So I'm happy to say that I'm a half Goan.
Right.
So abhi I'll tell you a small instance. Mapsa pe ek red light lagi hai. So there was a traffic halt for 10 seconds, and literally the cars took 2 seconds to become a Delhiite because everybody was honking behind me कि जल्दी चलो जल्दी चलो. मैंने कहा, what the hell is happening? यही छोड़ के तो आया था मैं. But anyways, Goa has its charm. So going to the travel agents, when I was telling them that I have the biggest suite inventory and huge rooms, the first thing they said was, Goa में room में रहने कौन आता है? Everybody wants to just leave their luggage and go to the beach. So I heard it for the first time. I heard it for the second time. Third time.
Karangut Baga की यही reputation थी.
But I'm in Kandulim, right?
Okay,
the most friendly market, which is still a family-driven market. So by the third sales calls, I realized कि Gupta ji ऐसे तो चलने वाला नहीं है, right? You got to change your pitch. So the moment the third travel agent came to me and said, कमरे में रुकता कौन है? So, I was inclined to say that thing. Of course, जब option ही नहीं होगी कमरा बड़ा होने की तो आदमी क्या करेगा? Right? When you're a family of 3 or a 4, from God's grace, Avi, you and I are blessed with great heights. So when we go to a room, extra bed is always for us, right? Because the kid is sleeping with the parents, with the mother. So you and I sleeping on the extra bed, getting up in the morning are always bumping on the side table or the TV cabinet.
Yeah, 100%. I had extra bed since I was age 10.
Correct, right? Totally relatable. So we were able to change that particular paradigm for the customer that when you come to Astor, you have enough space, right? Travel agent understood that particular thing. When they saw the product, they automatically understood that if a person is looking in for a 5-star hotel and they are being exorbitantly priced, we can still give them a similar kind of an experience in a boutique luxury space.
So guys, so Captain, I'd like to ask you, so just having, and plus their room, they're very nice, like a Portuguese hotel. I mean, I like the interiors, the way you've done it. And most of the hotels, or all the rooms are overlooking the pool.
No, it's a U-shaped hotel. So one L is overlooking the pool and the other side is looking towards the city.
Okay. So just promoting that, saying that family, 2 separate bedrooms, is that enough? Or offer differentiation? Because, like we were talking about travel agents, MICE, all of that. So how do you differentiate? And because we all go to the same travel agents, so how do you differentiate and say कि मेरे पास ये है?
So basically what happens that what you have, what is the product you have?
और sorry, एक context और दे रहा हूँ for the listeners also. आपका hotel भी थोड़ा पीछे जाके है और आपका hotel भी थोड़ा पीछे जाके है, right? But you both being able to put in 90%, 91%, 92% occupancy, right? These are the numbers, right? And so how does that happen?
So for Vaibhav, it is like large room. He has a different market segment altogether. His pitch is very simple. गोवा में रहने कौन आता है? He got the answer. गोवा में रहने तभी लोग आएंगे जब आप उनको रहने का जगह दोगे. And there's a one segment of the people who are actually coming to Goa as a workstation, like with family. They just want the kids and family to have good time, and they also want a large space. And beaches also should not be very far. So mostly when I am pitching, most of the guests for my guests would be like, I have two couple of different segments. Like I have one which is family, which is absolutely leisure. Then I have some other segment which is coming for leisure plus little bit of work. So I have two banquet at Ashram, and my pitch is very simple. You are coming to Goa, you are going to have fun, but beach should not be very far. So both our property beach is, I learned this today, 57 steps. Maybe for me it will be 60 steps. So just a minute walk or 2 minute walk from the property. So my pitch is a little different because I am tapping a different kind of market, wherein there are people who are coming to enjoy Goa. Nightlife should be closer. So I my pitch is always like, you are coming to Goa to have fun, good time, but Goa is not about beaches and nightlife. We all talk about beaches and nightlife. For me, it's 9th and 10th. For me, it's a waterfall, adventure sports. There's island, there are dams, there are forts.
So is that a separate audience?
Yeah, absolutely. They are separate audience altogether, which we are targeting, who are coming to explore Goa with a different thing. There are places in Goa which is historical. There's a stone which is 3,000 year old, and we don't talk about those history, past history. So I have a agent who does such kind of travel to guests. So there's a big market for that, and there's of course there are corporates who are looking for they do not have budget for, like pharma companies basically and banks. They do not have budget for 4-star, 5-star. Okay, so we pitch in 3-star, and they are looking for a very tariff which is pocket friendly. Yet they are looking for good luxury. Like when I say good luxury, the room should be neat and clean, white bed sheets. Because end of the day, I think hotel industry is all about selling vegetables without cold storage. It gets rotten the very next day, and we all know about it. I think my first interview in a hotel was with ITC.
Selling vegetables without cold storage.
Yeah.
As perishable as that.
Very perishable. So I was just out of army, and I was meeting, a brigadier, forgetting his name now. I was my first interview with ITC Welcome Group. There were 80 candidates, and there were only 4 vacancy. So I was shortlisted, luckily. So I was asked, I was just out of army, what do you think about hotel industry? So this is what I exactly said. I believe it's selling vegetable without cold storage. I don't know where I got this from. I'm just out of army and telling this. But somehow I could not join. I did not join ITC because they were giving me security role, which I was not looking for. So coming back to Avi's question, like we have to define our market segment. What are we actually selling to? Exactly what.
Sorry to interrupt. इसी question में, like I wanted to say that इतने competition में अभी can we define or we just say यार भर दो या अभी भी definition हो रही है?
नहीं, तो इसमें ये है कि we need to decide whether we are in red, ocean or blue ocean. We all are in red ocean. We have to come into blue ocean. We all know about this technology called red ocean and blue ocean. In red ocean, we are bleeding all the time. And there's a cutthroat market. There's competition like Kandolim Baga. And we are at SOM margin, which is more for charter and more for foreigners. Now, Indians also trying to come. And when they come to Morjim, SOM, they say, oh, wow, ऐसा बीच भी होता है क्या? सलवार कमीज में कोई नहीं है बीच पे, and they are all good people, niche market. So when you do blue ocean, you have to create some niche. We are trying to also create some niche, like we are adding wellness, we are adding, as you said, late breakfast. So our breakfast timing from 8 to 11:30. So we are one of them who are pushing the breakfast till 11:30 because simple, it's very very simple. Like वो शेफ आपका 10:30 ब्रेकफास्ट बनाने के बाद करेगा क्या? उसका ड्यूटी तो 2 o'clock तक है, फर्स्ट शिफ्ट 7 to 2 ब्रेक शिफ्ट, तो वो रह सकता है 12 बजे तक खाना खिला सकता है. वी डोंट अंडरस्टैंड दैट. वो जो बंदा मॉर्निंग ब्रेकफास्ट में आया है उसका तो ड्यूटी चलेगा 2 बजे तक, वो करेगा क्या उसके बाद? ही जस्ट दे जस्ट सिट एंड दे वर जस्ट गूगलिंग ऑन देयर मोबाइल फोन.
And I'm just tempted to tell you that from where the inspiration of breakfast till 12 came in from. So Goa mein nobody wants to have lunch at the hotel. So my simple baniya mentality was, जो मेरा ना हो सका वो किसी का ना हो सकेगा. So I will exactly on the same lines ki if chef is going to be idle for the lunch time, let him cook breakfast till 12, right?
And everybody does party late.
Correct, right.
And they
So
don't
let
want
me
to
just
have
bring
breakfast.
some smiles at early morning breakfast. So yeah.
Good idea. But nobody offers tequila for breakfast. उससे भी see, because you know what we did at Tamarind was once that we said at about 5:30 gets over checking it at 12 1 or after 2 5:30 वो उनका होता है कि चलो अब निकलो यहाँ से अब बीच पे चलते हैं and then you lost your dinner sale or whatever. So we started giving them a 750, 850, 950 तक के बजट की जो वाइन की बॉटल थी. One bottle per room. Then even if there are 4 people, so they have one large glass each, and that's it. Khatam. Now, but that buzz is enough to say कि कुछ खाने को ले आओ या और drink ले आओ. And so about 30 to 40% people were like, sir, उसके बाद order आ जाता है आधे घंटे बाद. So these small things, I think, add up.
One hour, how much a person can drink?
हाँ.
This I'm asking. How much
आप तो आर्मी
beer?
हैं, आप तो आर्मी वाले हो. अभी हम आपको नहीं जवाब दे सकते.
Nice. One hour
You can answer
beer.
better.
If you're offering, say we are offering complimentary beer from 7 to 8 p.m. Actually, sunset से पहले लोग पीते भी नहीं है. 7 o'clock is too early to offer beer. But if you are doing this like 7 to 8 complimentary beer, unlimited, okay. But you have to finish the bottle and come to the counter. But when
time for it.
But when you
Time it can be.
हाँ so exactly लोग दिन में पीना शुरू करते हैं. लोग आए हैं reunion के. We are reunion specialists. We would have done some 100 reunions by now.
I like that reunion specialist.
Yeah, we market ourselves like reunion specialist.
Right.
If you go to our Instagram page, you will find number of
ये differentiation जो है ना, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
7 to 8 if you give say complimentary beer, just an idea. And everybody who's coming and taking a beer has to collab on Insta. Send a post. How fast can you get viral? I think it's your idea only. I'm just sharing.
Beer पी के post बनाना is a good idea.
one beer, one post.
See, because I'll tell you,
One beer, one post.
but I'll tell you otherwise, you tell
65 rupees.
you tell most people to create the most confident people on the planet. You ask them, you all of a sudden want to get somebody inhibited. आप उसको बोलो, अच्छा यही वाली बात एक बार आप कैमरा पे बोल दोगे. All of a sudden, people get you feel judged.
Yeah.
So that beer helps.
Yeah. So two beer down, and he's more than happy to collab.
Yeah.
So every time he's doing a collab, your things are getting viral, and there are chances that you will very soon get viral. It's just for all the hotels who are starting now, or even they are done with their bookings. They are doing 80%. If they want to do 90%, they want to maintain 80% during this so-called off season. So everybody says there's a peak season and off season. I say there's a peak season and season. The season already started.
Summers and winters.
So no, there if we talk about weather, there are only two weather in Goa. One is summer, 12 months. It overlaps with rain.
मेरा डिफरेंट डेफिनेशन है. एक 12 से 4 है और एक बाकी दिन है. This 12 से 4 is a tricky time. So Shivam, how many hotels do you have here? 7?
In Goa, presently we have 8 hotels. Yeah. And 2 more are in project stage.
So when we spoke about differentiation, offers ki, price ki, reunion specialist, the room is like that. So when you look for hotels, do you look for differentiation, or you right now just making sure that we have lots of inventory in Goa?
See, I'll tell you first, I'll give you the answer for the first question which you had asked to Vaibhav about the Goa's market down and up. See, I'll tell you, Goa was never down at all, as per I know. See, if you see the 23-24 figure, so Goa has attracted almost 87 lakhs tourists. 81 was domestic and 5 lakhs was the foreigners. So this was the 23-24. And if you see the 24-25, it was more than 1 CR. It was 1 CR, because this is the tourism department figure has been given by tourism minister and even tourism secretary, that 1 CR 4 lakhs was the official announced for the 24-25. So Goa was not at all declined. It was in fact 20% up compared to the last year.
But last month?
No, but even last month, February and March, I'm talking about. It wasn't down. As far as what I have observed, and I have gone through the various analysis, even you see the analysis of the noises, you see the analysis of hotel yet, they will not show the rates down. Yes, lot of negative things has gone into the market. Reason was, those are fact also. It's not that it's not fact. Yes, we have a taxi mafia issues. We have a pricing going up. But Goa is like a Mumbai, where every can get accommodated. Either if you like vada pav, they vada pav for 20 rupees. If you like a 2,000 rupees per meal, there is a place for a 2,000 meal. If you like a 20,000 per meal, there is a 20,000 per meal. So Goa accommodates every sector of a person. So it depends. As he said, he choosing to be that, okay, fine, family people 2+2 can get accommodated easily. Same way, I have a property over here for all segments. You talk about the beach property, which is the 5-star. I have. You talk about the city property in Kandolim. I have 73 rooms in Kandolim. Now we are adding another 45 rooms next to Kandolim. Then we have a property in Arpora, which is a little far from the beach. Then we have a 151 room property in Benolim, that is right on the beach for wedding destinations, where we have got a lawn of almost around 5 acres. So you have to choose that which property, what segment is going to fit. And accordingly, you need to market. If you are, and we are lucky that I have got a pan-India presence of 120 hotels. So whenever we approach the any travel agents, we give all the options. So any travel agents, they are very, very comfortable to work with us. Reason is that when he goes, he does not have to go to the 10 different suppliers. That, okay, if I'm looking for Mumbai, then I should go to him. If I'm looking for Lonavala, then I should go to him. If I'm looking for Dhamsala, here you go to the Royal Orchid hotels and you have got a Dhamsala to Goa to Nepal to Sri Lanka, everywhere. So that is the benefit we get from the travel agents or even from the pharmaceutical company or any bookers. So when they go, they take it fine, okay. All the pan-India static rate is given for the, as you said, summer and winter season. We give the rates and accordingly they book to us. Right. So they become a very, very comfortable. Instead of doing the negotiation with the 10 vendors, they do the negotiation with the one sales manager and all his solution is done. So that is the one benefit we get. So that helps me to get the accommodation. At the same time, even in Goa, as you said, there are pharmaceutical, they have a cycle meets, they have a senior manager meet, they have a doctor's meet. So doctors are not going to stay in 3-star or 4-star because unofficially, I'm telling you, they are benefited of 20%, 30% more than the medicine. So certainly that benefit is going to convert into the 5-star only. So you have to have the give the benefit to any pharmaceutical. For doctors, 5-star. For cycle meets, 4-star. For rape meets, 3-star. So when you have got all this, then pharmaceutical stuck to you.
But I want to ask all of you people, अभी भी star categories होती है?
Yes, 100%.
अच्छा.
It's 200% a star category there, and we do almost. See, Vasco property just now I got it.
Like, because I was thinking after Isprava and all these people are coming, like people are looking for either a villa or this kind of an experience. Do they ask कि ये 3 है या 4 है और आप 3 और 4 बोल कैसे सकते हो?
No. Especially I'll tell you, when you go to the any reputed companies, they ask for even your certificates. And we are proudly say, recently I got it on Vasco property 4-star. Because the reason was that whenever we are doing with the Indian Oil and HPCL we are doing, they ask that or ONGC, they ask that if you are 4-star, then I can give you the little higher.
Narvata company and bigger corporates.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they have to produce to the company that I am dealing with officially with the 4-star company, and that certainly comes by the India tourism. So that makes a lot of difference.
No, because why? One of the reasons I'm asking is because ये categorization बनी थी कब बनी थी?
Yes.
इतना swimming pool होना चाहिए, ये area होना चाहिए, वो होना चाहिए. But today there are way better hotels which are boutique hotels which are doing so well.
No, it's not that to see altered 4-star. See, there is a specification for everything, and that has been revised also. It's not that old one which was going on. See, this has been revised again in 2019.
Acha.
This has been revised by Mr. Chaudhary only. Sagnik Chaudhary is the Director General. He has only revised it. So it has been revised and perfectly it has been done. And trust me, it helps you to uplift the property.
So there is a standardization
Yes, to uplift
and the
the
customers and the client both know about it.
And you are on the toe. Trust me, see, otherwise normally in most of the hotels, I'll tell you, either small or big, they open the hotel, you go to the back of the house. Forget about it, we all talk about the front of the house. You go to the back of the house, you will not find good bunker room, you will not find good cafeteria, which is equivalent to the guest area. It should be equivalent to the guest area. I am requesting all the managers, including you. You go to my Kandolim hotel, which is just city hotel, just a small building hotel. You go to my back area of that. I'll tell you, most of the 5-star hotel in Goa does not have that back area. Go to my cafeteria, go to my staff library, go to my back of the house where all the inductions are done on the wall. So these all the things we do it because that somebody is going to check to you. And at the same time, when you are working for the corporate and you have got a big group, then you have every time auditing is done, mystery audit is done. So you are always on the toe. Especially mystery audit, they come and they do and everything. You are not even aware of that they are coming, and they, at the time of checkout, they tell you that you waive off my bill because I am the mystery auditor. And this is my letter, and then you show me the back area within 10 minutes. So these all the things helps you. That is the one. Now we talk about the whatever this thing had to gone. Some of the yes, some of the hotels they lost the business because of the villas. Tourist has not come less. Villas business, homestay business, and Airbnb. These all the things which is my many of the friends they used to take the tented rooms. Now they say no, I am comfortable with the two villas.
Right.
So those rooms has gone. So tourists has not come less to Goa, but yes, means, their choices have become more. So they go to every sectors. So that is my say on this.
Got it. Got it. Anything on this?
There are tourists in Goa. It's not that tourists are not there. Though otherwise, I also see that, yes, at times the places that we see empty, those places are empty because of some other reasons. I mean, our hotel is in Kalangut, which is one of the most notorious area in Goa. But, and we get a certain chunk of tourists which are not really desirable for a hotel. But it all depends on how we manage it. And yes, we see that tourists are there, but then those tourists, the choices have become more on villas, Airbnbs, and because of that, a lot of hotels are suffering. Yes, on the other hand, Kalangut, when we project ourselves, it's one of the most competitive area. It's highly most highly densely populated rooms, you can say, in Goa.
Right, right.
So, and the general market for Kalangut is like what, 2,500 rupees to 3,000 rupees. That's the room rate generally that's prevailing in Kalangut. So there, if we try to project ourselves a little higher, it becomes challenging because there are hardly any hotels which are there with the higher rates, and it becomes challenging because we are going against the market of the area. But again, we have to somehow attract our customers by doing a different marketing. Like we also do late breakfast. We follow a never say no kind of policy as long as it is legal. And we like say if a customer wants to use a swimming pool at 9:30 in the evening, we allow them. We let them use it. They want music to be played by the pool, though the area is sensitive for the music. But then we let them do it, and we tell them fine till 10 we can let you use the music. If they want to party late at night, we have a basement hall. We give them the basement hall. They can go down and maybe party till 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. So we try to give the customer what they want. We try to break away from the regular norms. We try to bend the norms of the other hotels put they put a barricade on to the customer that you can't do this and you can't do that. We try to bend that.
Right. But tell me, I just want to refabricate this question and bring it to all of you people, and we can go sequence wise. That if you were to run an ad on digital marketing and you were to spend 1 lakh rupees a month on Google or YouTube, what would your ad say to differentiate your hotel from others? Aapse start करेंगे and then we come all the way.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Avi.
Because why I'm putting that money aspect is because then we all think, yeah, which is my best foot forward.
See, basically, I would not say about Goa only, since I have a hotel across India. So I would say, first of all, the state government has to support us as a hotelier. Whereas I have seen only the state which I see, the Kerala, which supports a lot to the tourism. Goa, yes, somehow they are. Like last night I was coming in, I'll just give you an instance. The policeman is just checking the cars which is being hired by the tourist. And they're just checking the car and they're checking the money. And I was standing there for 5 minutes just watching all those things. Number one. Number two, when you go for the digitalization or when you go to the marketing part, you have to tell the people, the guest. See, as Sir said, the 5-star category, 4-star category, 3-star category. Now the guest asks for the facilities. They don't ask for the categories. They want facilities, what exactly you're giving, whether it is a homestay, whether it is a villa, whether it is a 4-star hotel, whether it is a 5-star hotel. They see a room size, they see the bathroom, the amenities, and they see the services, what exactly you're providing. So these are the things which matters a lot to get the customer into your property. Rightly said by Mr. Gupta that you have to be guest friendly, like the one which he started. Uh, Breakfast up to noon. Breakfast is very important because the people wake up late and they have to take the breakfast by 11:30 or 12, right? So coming back to your question, sir, the thing which I have seen entire India for a tourism part, I saw that the people who are actually any hotel for that matter, any hotel who is actually trying to drive down to the customer to their hotel, they have to be guest friendly, they have to be service provider, and rightly said by us that there shouldn't be no for the guest till the legal point. If we are saying yes to the guest, we are there to the guest.
So now, what if you had 1 lakh rupee budget to spend on Google ad? What would your ad say for your Goa hotel?
If I have a 1 lakh rupees budget for the Goa hotel, I would say come enjoy the hospitality of the Goa, see the property, enjoy the beaches, enjoy the atmosphere, and enjoy the rooms.
थोड़ा सा और specific अगर करना हो आपने for your property, what would be the thing that you would like to sell in the on the ad?
I think the service is the best.
And which service would that be?
Any service, whether it is a F&B, front office, laundry, whatever.
Okay. You have 1 lakh rupees, and I know you measure every penny. So अच्छा सा ad बनाना आप.
See, if I have to project something on a digital marketing, I would also focus on the services part of it, because there are host of products available.
So
all
ad,
over.
let's make an ad. Now, just give us an example of an ad, because the podcast will become more
I
interesting.
will ask you to make an ad.
No, no,
because
no,
you're
no,
the expert
no,
in
no.
that.
No, I'm maybe just subconsciously seeding, the fact that everybody's idea in everybody's head.
No, you're going to take the ideas from us.
Exactly. Stealing the ideas, absolutely. Legally.
Yeah. See, what I would like to stress upon, like I said, is on the service part. It's on the value for money part.
So tell me, let's start with the image. Like, what image would you like to put on the ad?
I would like to.
आपका जो rooftop swimming pool है?
Yes, rooftop swimming pool, maybe the rooms, the atrium, those kind of things, because these are my highlights.
Okay, perfect. So we do that because in the heart of the city, you can see the hills and everything from your.
So I would like to add one thing here.
Yes.
To create an ad, I think the best thing is take a bite from the guest who is going out, who is checking into your room. And that makes a really, really big impact in the market.
Perfect. Lovely. Captain Saab.
I was coming to that actually.
Sorry.
That's okay. I was coming to the same thing. What we do, we take a lot of video bites from our guests, and we project that as our advertisement on the social media.
Lovely.
And that works. That works pretty well. And in fact, when the customers see that, people who are known to those people, because we tag them all as well, people who are known to those people, they also try to contact us, and we have had a very positive impact with
Lovely.
that.
ऐड बनाते हैं।
हाँ जी, हाँ बनाते हैं।
आप गोवा में उतर गए हैं तो चिंता मत कीजिए, हमारा गाड़ी आपके पास पहुंच गया आपको पिकअप करने के लिए। और जैसे ही आप आते हैं हमारे होटल में, आपको वेलकम ड्रिंक के तौर पे एक चिल्ड बियर मिलेगा, और उसके बाद सीधा आपका पूल वेट कर रहा होगा। पूल की में डिप लगाने के बाद आप हमारे रेस्टोरेंट में आइए और बढ़िया खाना खाइए। और शाम का प्लान किया है हमने आपके लिए, आपको हम ले जा रहे हैं गोवा का सबसे सुंदर नाइट क्लब थलासा। जी हाँ, वहाँ पे कैबरे होगा और सबके लिए होगा, आपकी वाइफ के लिए भी और आपके लिए भी। और उसके बाद लेट नाइट पार्टी करने के बाद आप आराम से सो के उठिए 12 बजे दोपहर में और आइए हमारे रेस्टोरेंट में ब्रेकफास्ट करने, और शाम का इंतज़ार करिए क्योंकि शाम को हम आपको ले जाएंगे डिनर क्रूज़ पे। जी हाँ, आपका डिनर क्रूज़ पे होगा, और साथ में मिलेंगे आपको बढ़िया गोवन थीम म्यूज़िक और बढ़िया खाना के साथ देयर विल बी अनलिमिटेड ड्रिंक्स। तो देर किस बात का है, जल्दी से टिक कीजिए और डीएम कीजिए इस नंबर पे, हम आपका इंतज़ार कर रहे हैं।
Lovely. Awesome. So basically, you're saying that in your ad, you will sell everything around Goa.
See, basically,
the Morgim experience.
people come to Goa to enjoy Goa, and when we are coming for reunion, they want to be together. We are meeting after 20 years. I did Nikmar last month, and recently NIT, 2 days back, NIT Raipur. All this, पहले हम कॉलेज से निकल के 20 साल तक भूल जाते हैं रियूनियन. Nobody does reunion first 20 years. 20 साल सडनली रियलाइज होते हैं, बच्चे बड़े हो गए, अरे दोस्त था, मिलते हैं. We are 40 now. At 40 to 50, you will see so many reunions happening. And reunion, age group will be after 40 and till 70. I have done 50th Golden Jubilee also reunion where people were 71, 72. So we are into Army, Navy since I'm from Army and Navy also. So we do a lot of Army connection and a lot of reunions. And there Army people does a lot of reunions, even school and colleges. They do a lot of reunions. So if you are doing that, my bite will definitely have that. We don't sell rooms. I tell guests also, sir, room का size कितना है, आपका toilet का washroom का size कितना है, pool का size कितना है. I said no. If you are looking for sizes, that don't come to me. I am going to give you memories. We create memories, and for that we are special. That's why we are probably top 10% resort in the world listed on TripAdvisor for last 2-3 years. So if you are looking for memories to be created for you and your family, anybody saying that, sir, मेरा anniversary है, बस उतना काफी होता है. How much time will it take to decorate the room and how much money you invest? 200-300 रुपए का गुब्बारे में वो सज जाता है. What he feels the moment he enters the room, and he is so shocked, and you have just won his wife's heart, you know. बंदे को क्या चाहिए? बीवी खुश है तो that his Goa trip is successful. So try to do small thing, because people come to Goa for birthday, anniversaries also, most of them, and parties. So when a boy group is coming, give them free beer on arrival, complimentary on check-in as a welcome drink. They are like, "Arey, ऐसे भी होता है क्या?" And while going, if you can create some memories, like, you can give some souvenir to the guests. And with that, you will get a good 5-star review. What else you need? Looking for 5-star review, very small souvenir of 100 rupees probably. When you buy a cup in bulk, it costs, I think, less than 100 rupees. And then you can just print your logo and also your Google scanner. Probably you'll get more reviews when they go back also. If they are forgetting, they will review you. So small ideas of,
Captain, your reunion book itself could be the main content for your ad.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing beyond that. I mean, that itself is
100%.
so unique, isn't
Because any one segment को पकड़ के
it? Already, yeah.
Nominate one person from F&B or from front office just to click pictures, and tell them that you will get 100 rupees with every review. Yesterday, 31st March coming up, we have to get reviews on TripAdvisor, because that is a genuine review. So yesterday only, when I announced that every review will get you 100 rupees, I got 17 reviews one hour time.
I'm not surprised.
1 hour time, I got 70 reviews by my 3 staff. And I can prove it, like, and show you it is there. And they call all the guests, all genuine review. Because we had CTDI, we had Nikmar, we had Amazon, we had Adani. There's so many groups who were very, very happy. Very happy from Hibis. So I said, we ensure that Easy, that software we uses, can capture guest name and mobile number and email ID. So it is a mandatory thing for the front office to do that. So every number is there. So they have to just put the, on the Google sheet. On the Google sheet, it replicates and all the numbers are there. Ensure that they call the guests, or they tell the guests to give a review, and these are very genuine reviews.
No, on an average, we're doing just about 30 rooms, but we're doing about 20,000 rupees a week in incentives. That's sort of a measure of the fact कि अगर 20,000 निकले हैं तो काम उसका कितना अच्छा गया होगा उसका. हाँ. So if you got a new club sandwich, तो इस क्लब सैंडविच के इसमें क्लब सैंडविच की पिक्चर और वो भी होना चाहिए कि तो जिसको क्लब सैंडविच अच्छा लगा उसके पीछे पड़ो.
Indians are not looking for discount. They are looking for freebies. Like what he said, free complimentary mini bar. हम लोगों ने रेस्टोरेंट को हिट करने के लिए रेस्टोरेंट नेम गॉट चेंज टू ओजी. So
OG. Oh, nice.
So it was earlier something else, then we said change to OG. OG is olive green, the army uniform color. So yeah, that's
Different OG. Different OG.
So different OG, yeah. So we even went to selling liquor on MRP. Beer on MRP. 65 rupees का printed है तो वही लेंगे. So we failed, Indians came to crate beer देना. हमने सोचा कि beer लेंगे, रेस्टोरेंट बैठेंगे, खाना खाएंगे. वो उन्होंने beer लिया और they all went to the beach. हाँ, और वो भी MRP पे. तो बहुत बज़ हुआ था मौजिम में, बहुत लोग आते थे. But hardly anybody sat. We never made a rule that you have to sit and drink. So they came, they parked the car, they took 2 crates of beer and they went. So
sorry to interrupt, but what आपकी जो strategy है, what is reminding me of is, many years ago when, you know, in our Delhi hotel, there used to be some travel agents who used to come and we used to ask them how much bus लेके आते थे, Spain से लोग आते थे वो बस में, and I used to ask them how much commission will you take. He said, sir, I remember this dialogue. He said, sir, रहने दो, आप कितना कमाते होगे, हम इससे क्या लेंगे आप आपके होटल से. Then I got into care कि इतना क्या उसको commission भी नहीं चाहिए, because the tour operator was in control of everything. So if you are able to manage their whole experience, then room is only one part of it. Then he sees you as a much larger aspect to his, you know, Goa vacation.
I think everybody can take some pictures of the guests who have stayed, few pictures, and for a group also, you can make a reel of that group and post on the social media, and it can be viral. Like, you know, anybody seeing that and boosting that post which has got a reunion or any, even everybody does a conference, but we never think about, okay, this conference can be recorded or some reels can be made, some pictures can be made of those
Yeah,
conferences.
very nice.
And those conference, you want to promote your conferences, that send that reel off to Aditya Birla. They have some 76 companies. If you tie up with one company, you are getting 76 more companies, you know, from Ultratech to many more. And I think right kind of people, if you are in touch with right kind of people, I think conferences could be, MICE could be for you all. For me, I'm very small, so we can't do MICE. We can do only offsite, the 50, 60 seater conference hall. But for all of you, I think conference could be a very, very big market for you all.
You are the reunion hotel of India for me. Right after
Aapki bari.
Yeah. So
Add 1 lakh rupees.
Yeah, so I'll give you where I'm coming from.
Sure.
so I have a hotel.
Of my own, I'm a boutique consultant as well, wherein I consult hotel owners. I also run a recruitment firm, and I also operate a taxi aggregator service in Goa, primarily focusing on Goa. So I get feedback and noise from all these verticals. And I think one of the major issues that I face when I'm consulting hotel owners, okay, and primarily independent, is they don't know what they really stand for, right? In the first place, very, very difficult to convince them to get onto that track. कि पहले समझो कि आप हो क्या, आपका होटल का USP क्या है. If you need help, seek help. There are hotel owners जो 5-5, 10-10 साल होटल चला लिए. They have missed the boat so many times, and all it required is maybe a conversation, maybe a couple of hours. कि बाबा मेरे से नहीं हो रहा है, कुछ help करो. Reach out to the right people, get things on track at the right time. ये नहीं करते हैं. There is this ego attached to I know what I am doing. मेरे से जो हो रहा है मैं कर रहा हूँ, और जो कर रहा हूँ वो अच्छा कर रहा हूँ. तो a case in point here is that there's a client of mine who is opening a large 100-room resort right on the beach, right on the beach, right? And as one of the first initiatives towards marketing the hotel, he's trying to get influencers into the hotel. But without doing the entire, now it's a big project, right? Without doing that entire exercise of what your vision is, it's a standalone property, where you want to get, what are the type of customers you want to do, get your photo shoot in place so you can actually send your content through, get an advisor, get a good agency on board who matches your wavelength, bandwidth, is able to recommend you things that work in your favor. These are like real on the ground challenges that people like us and you also face.
इसका मैंने एक थोड़ा सा solution निकाला था. You know, if you're able to find out that if the owner has a bank loan versus he has other businesses, अगर बैंक लोन है ना तो उसकी यहीं से EMI निकलनी है और यहीं से पैसे निकलने हैं, तो वो हर चीज़ में खुद देखेगा, and he will not have a long term vision, not even 6-month vision. बट इफ somebody says मेरी जो 4 फैक्ट्रीज है, ये होटल है, तो वो शायद थोड़ा ज़्यादा टाइम देंगे.
तो मैं आपको बात बताता हूँ, मुझे जो ग्रीन फील्ड वाले प्रोजेक्ट्स आते हैं, लाइक जस्ट फॉर कंसल्टिंग ओवर अ कॉल और ओवर अ मीटिंग, एंड द मोमेंट दे से कि मेरे पास ये ज़मीन है, मैं होटल बनाना चाहता हूँ, 200 रूम का, 300 रूम का होटल. मेरा फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन उनको ये रहता है कि आपके बाकी के बिजनेसेस क्या है.
राइट.
एंड इफ दे से कि आई हैव गॉट दिस इज माय सेकंड क्वेश्चन इज, आर यू डिपेंडिंग ऑन दिस होटल प्रोजेक्ट टू help you in your sustenance survival? If the answer is yes, I say don't break ground. उसमें घुसो ही नहीं, because it's hotel business is primarily like a feather on the cap, कि आपका सब कुछ सेट है, उसके बाद ही आप इस लेवल का प्रोजेक्ट आप करो. नहीं तो आप मत ही करो. खरीदना तो भूल ही जाओ. क्योंकि वो तो इतना अप्रिशिएट होके गोवा में तो इट इज लाइक नॉट अ ग्रेट एडवाइस टू आस्क समबडी टू बाय. सो if I had 1 lakh, so I have a hotel, a 43 room hotel in Porvorim. It is right on NH66, very close to Vidhan Sabha, where the bridge is, right? Which bridges north to South Goa. Now, if you ask any hotelier, where is your hotel? Which part of Goa would you categorize your hotel? You'll either say North or South Goa, right? The benefit for my hotel is that it takes 25 minutes to get to Mopa. It takes 40 minutes to get to Dabolim.
Right.
It takes 15 minutes to get to a beach resort in Kalangut. It takes 35 minutes to get to Bogmalo Beach Resort. So if you want to explore north and south both, stay with me. So I'm at the center. It's just one of the value propositions. So I have not spoken anything about the room quality. Room का फोटो भी नहीं दिखाऊं. बस ये दिमाग में डालते रहूं कि भैया आपको गोवा आना है, नॉर्थ साउथ जाना है, 4 दिन के लिए 5 दिन के लिए आना है, 2 दिन नॉर्थ करना है, 4 दिन 3 दिन साउथ करना है. आप मेरे साथ रहो. 5 मिनट का डिफरेंस है, बट you get to explore the
Because
world.
I think आज का customer भी वही है ना. It's not always our tourists coming in. You say, are you like Mr. Bhatia who comes to Goa every 3 months to find a property for yourself? और जब आप प्रॉपर्टी ढूंढने आते हो तो 2 दिन आपको रिलैक्स भी करना है. तो उसके लिए 2 दिन आप पंजिम के यहाँ जाके साउथ गोवा की प्रॉपर्टीज देखो जो आप सब लोग देख रहे हैं. 2 दिन आप नॉर्थ गोवा में घूमो, 1 दिन वेस्टर्न होटल में रह के जाओ. 2 नाइट्स के लिए आप यू टेक टाइम आउट फॉर.
I think he is solving 90% guest problem.
Yeah.
To be very honest, everybody who calls me, सर एक्चुअली हम 5 दिन के लिए आ रहे हैं बट हम 3 दिन साउथ में रहेंगे या 2 दिन नॉर्थ में रहेंगे.
और साउथ में रहने का क्रेज तो है ही, बहुत अच्छी जगह है.
कन्वींस दैट गाय कि सर साउथ में रहो या नॉर्थ में रहो, आपको गाड़ी तो करना ही है घूमने के लिए, ठीक है ना. आपको मैं साउथ भी घुमाऊंगा और नॉर्थ भी घुमाऊंगा. डिफरेंस इतने होगा कि आपको हाफ एन आवर ज़्यादा लगेगा नॉर्थ साउथ जाने.
और लेजर में पैकिंग, अनपैकिंग, रीपैकिंग, पैकिंग अगेन इज. तो एक जगह रहो, घूमो, गोवा दर्शन करो.
That's what I
आपके
said. You
हिसाब
are
से.
solving 90% guest problem actually. Everybody comes to Goa to explore Goa.
जैसे सेंट रीजर्स. हाँ,
High Court, Vidhan Sabha, so we have the
छोटे हर सेगमेंट है,
client-lawyer meeting
बिल्कुल
है,
सेगमेंट है.
bureaucracy
यू नो वेबर वी हैड टू
कदम डेपोर.
हमारा होटल जो था दिल्ली में, उसमें देयर वाज, आई वाज मे बी 15-20 इयर्स अगो, देयर वाज अ रूमर दैट देयर वाज दिस वन जेंटलमैन हु यूज्ड टू कम. उनके केस हो गए थे, तो उन्होंने जाके अपनी सारी फैमिली में, छोटे टाउन से आते थे वो, कोटा से, तो ही टोल्ड एवरीबडी कि मैं यहाँ रहता हूँ, मेरा काम हो जाता है. सो इट बिकेम अ प्लेस, पीपल कम, लॉट्स ऑफ लॉयर्स स्टार्टेड कमिंग, यहाँ रहेंगे हम, यहाँ से हमारा काम हो जाता है. एंड इट वाज नॉट इवन क्लोज टू द हाई कोर्ट. सो हर आदमी का एक छोटा सा सेगमेंट पकड़ा जा सकता है. और इवन यू नो लाइक आपने जो पैकिंग वाली बात बोली, डू यू थिंक, आई एम जस्ट थिंकिंग अलाउड, डू यू थिंक पैकिंग कैन बी वन थिंग लाइक सेंट रीजर्स डज पैकिंग? आई एम टेलिंग यू द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट आई लाइक टू डू. और यहाँ भी आपके होटल में ऊपर जाते सबसे पहले आई टोल्ड हिम, मैं सूटकेस लेके घूमता हूँ हर जगह, इवन इफ आई एम in the same city. So and I'm like, you know, इसको यहाँ पैक कर देना, सबसे पहले वो वाली इंस्ट्रक्शन दे के आते हो. And you just feel if somebody's understood it, it's just perfect. You know, क्योंकि इसके बाद मैं वहाँ जाऊँगा, फिर वहाँ वो बैग वहाँ भिजवा देना, and everybody's ready to do that. So do you think that can be a feature?
Could be.
Going into a hotel, the first best thing is to set up your wardrobe. No, I have checked into a hotel. Let me set up the washroom. Let me set up the wardrobe. Let me set up the drawing desk and everything. The most humongous and the anxiety task is
इसको बंद करके फिर खोलना दूसरे होटल.
to first go to the front desk team. Yeah, can I get a late checkout because you know I need to pack because now I need to go. So first I'm fighting within my mind कि आज जाना है. Then I'm crying because I'm leaving a city which I was enjoying probably for work or for leisure. And now I have to pack this mess.
See, this is such a good ad, right?
It's a great ad.
Okay, that last 1 hour anxiety of yours because you don't want to leave that city. You're thinking, when will I come back again?
But it could be an inclusion also.
Don't stress yourself. Don't stress yourself. Ad का hashtag boss को मना लेंगे, extend करो.
For that also, what we do, see, it's another way we attack the business on our website for that. See, we have a Regenta rewards, which we have this thing. And in that, we have countering this only problem. What we have done, if you are part of the Regenta rewards, then you have a free late checkout. You don't have to rush for the 11 o'clock checkout because most of the Goa hotel has got 11 o'clock checkout. So it makes okay, you can check out by 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock as per your convenience. If rooms are available, certainly we give them. And you can have a early, because many of the people who comes to Goa, they want to enjoy the because you have got a 2 o'clock check-in. Most of the hotels has got a 2 o'clock check-in. So when they come, either they are till 2 o'clock they are sitting in the lobby, or whole day they are wasting if they have come in the morning. Because most of the people they come to Goa, they try to take a morning flight so they can enjoy the entire day. So if you same thing we advertise that if you do the Regenta Rewards and you are a member of Regenta Rewards, you can get an early check-in with no cost, and you can have a late checkout with no cost, and free upgrade to the suite also. As he said, ki if you have got a family, then free upgrade to the suite also. So these are the facilities means every hotels, and this helps you to create more loyalty, and they become a member, and they start venturing and exploring more and more of your hotels.
हमने एक ऐड निकाला था which did very well. It was called जिंदगी ना मिलेगी दोबारा. Extend your stay. अच्छा, ये नो जैसे जैसे मिस्टर वर्मा ने बोला, so this is a question for anybody can jump in that loyalty एक feature based loyalty हो गई. आपने ये चीज़ दी, उस feature से loyalty हो गई. But do you think today, even now today, like Captain was saying that there is loyalty with people also. Like for example, you make lots of friends who like Weber, he'll figure it out. I'll tell him a problem, he'll figure it out. दूसरे होटल में मैं किससे बात करूँगा? So they'll come, they'll call you. So does that still happen? Like, are we still, that personalization still works?
Yes, very much. I'll tell you. It works very, very well. Trust me, because we have got almost 3 lakhs loyalty members. And most of the loyalty members, if at the same time, we try to maintain the lowest attrition. This helps you that I'll tell you, most of our wedding in my hotel in the South Goa also, and even both the hotels in South Goa, most of the weddings we do not have, does not come through the event organizer, do not come through the travel agents. It comes through the word to word mouth only. No, I had gone there, and there certainly RDM and GRE had taken such a good care, and they know by the name. And they put on the TripAdvisor, they put on the which bites they are coming, you should take. Trust me, almost everyone, they send their message to the Instagram and Facebook, these are the girls, you go and meet the girls and she'll help you. And many of the bride and groom people, they come and they ask, where is he?
अच्छा, wow.
Where is she? Where is he? Because of my cousin and friend had come and you had given.
तो अगर किसी वजह से वो बेचारा फायर हो गया तो किसी और को बना देते, ये है विनोद, यही है. बैच लाओ विनोद का.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
I'm just saying विनोद और उसका प्रिया का बैच लेके रख लो. This is
So I have an
real estate guy, because every builder is staying in Goa these days. So one of these guys coming to my hotel for last 6-7 months. Last week he came to me and said, "Weber, 30 पेटी रखेगा अपने पास?" मैंने कहा, "Are you mad or what?" कह रहे, "नहीं, मैं दिल्ली से आता जाता रहता हूँ, तू रख ले." So that's the level of confidence in terms of loyalty brings in, that you reach to a particular level that the guest is so comfortable that he's ready to leave his prized possession with you and saying, "I trust you, buddy. I know it's not going to go. Nobody's going to open my bag. When I come back, I'm just going to take whatever I have to take."
right. No, so in fact, I remember I was talking to Mr. Kachru, and he said that one of the successes of Imperial is the staff that they've had for 20 years, the stewards. कहते हैं वो लोग उसी को डायरेक्ट व्हाट्सएप करते हैं कि ये तैयारी कर रहे हैं ना, मैं आ रहा हूँ.
Actually, what I feel is when we are in hospitality, that should be imbibed in us, in our own personality. If you are hospitable in your own personality, that works out best with your guest. I've grown from reception level to front office, and I've worked in sales, revenue, and I've also been a consultant, by the way. Which I consider one of the most underrated profession.
But it's definitely getting more respect than now.
Yes.
Now
So what happens is I still get calls from the guest whom I have served like 20 years ago. And they call me, "Kamran, where are you?" "Okay, now you're in this hotel." "No, but I want to go to South Goa, you're in North. Can you suggest me a place?" So they have made such a bond and so much of trust level. They say, "Okay, he's a Goa guy. So if you are going to Goa, contact this person." They also tell their friends, their families, whoever is, "Okay, I will give you the number of this guy. Take this." It not only works with me, it works with everybody.
Exactly.
So if you have people who are genuinely hospitable in your team, preserve them.
Right.
Hold them.
Right.
And it works very well.
Right. But what about this? हमने ये भी hold भी करना है. But at the same time, I've had a discussion with all of you people separately where you said, 2000 के चक्कर में people are leaving to another hotel, 5000 के चक्कर में leaving. You have budgets, you can't keep on increasing. क्योंकि it's not about 5000 into 12, 60,000. It's about the other 10 people who will come together और एकदम 6 लाख का impact पड़ेगा. तो एक को जाने देना पड़ता है. तो उस टाइम कैसे समझाते हो? Like, give me some insights.
See, you can. When I say,
I was saying that, you know, when you have people leaving, we were just discussing, you know, if you have good people, you should take care of them. But, you know, like all of us, every single person on this table, or we are all, you know, and we have a different company that we're working with, Manmeet, and we just keep thinking, every time when somebody says, oh, I want, you know, आपका budget है, आपने किसी के 5,000 रुपये भी बढ़ाने तो साल के 60,000 हो गए 1 मिनट एक डिसीजन में, और उसको बोला तो 10 लोग और आएंगे तो 5-6 लाख का डिसीजन है. इट्स नॉट दैट वन पर्सन लुकिंग फॉर 5,000. At that time, there are various ways of, you know, either you increase the incentive or you say fine, you know, figure out ways. So what are the creative ways that you do to you know, have these conversations?
So I have an interesting take on this. It's purely based on my experience on ground. So this also goes back to your question, धंधा कैसा था, right? So I feel that in the months that have gone by, of course, whatever news is in the market, in the social media about Goa is true. There are issues, but overall, I feel that the number of travelers visiting Goa has increased. It has definitely not decreased versus last year. Now,
ज़्यादा restaurants और ज़्यादा hotels खुल गए हैं.
exactly. So everybody has got less because there is an additional supply of new projects. अब ये क्यों हुआ? कोविड के टाइम पे there was this craze about 2021 में जो hotels खुले, they did very well. Even till date, the highest business that I did was in 2021, 2022. When it was that rebound, and जिस तरह का प्रोफाइल मेरे होटल में आ रहा था, मैं सोचा था मैं ये मतलब मैंने तो अचीव कर लिया है. But next year they were gone. तो चले गए Bentota and all the other places. So everybody got less. Now, who are the ones that actually ended up doing well? The ones that actually did well were the ones who focused on the fundamentals of hospitality. They took care of guests, they anticipated needs, they went the extra mile to make the guests happy and did the same for their staff. The ones that did that have been consistently been able to show growth. I'm not saying like exponential growth, but growth. They have been able to retain their customers purely because of the way they were able to, they treated their guests over the period. And they were like fully involved in hospitality. What happened in the past 5 years after Goa market opened up because of of COVID is that a lot of fly-by-night operators came in. Somebody, I mean, I shouldn't be saying this, but okay, somebody, किसी politician या bureaucrat का पैसा घुमा रहा है, उसको लिया हुआ है, उसको पैसा डालना है, he has aspiration, मुझे होटल खोलना है, गोवा में होटल चाहिए, वो आ गया. Now, benefit किसको हो रहा है? होटल ओनर को हो रहा है, क्योंकि he is always getting this first time enthusiast who wants to open a hotel. मुंह बोला रेंट वो दे देगा, मगर 9 महीना 1 साल भी नहीं चला पाएगा. So these are the additional supply. तो उनको वैल्यू प्रपोज करना नहीं आता, प्राइसिंग ठीक से लगाना नहीं आता, अंडरकट कर देंगे when they open a new hotel. जो एग्जिस्टिंग होटल्स है, दे आर सफरिंग बिकॉज ऑफ दैट. पूरा मार्केट सब मार्केट पूरा डाउन हो जाता है. गोवा हैज़ गॉन थ्रू दिस नाउ. अभी ये थोड़ा कंसोलिडेट हो रहा है वेर इवन द ट्रैवलर्स रियलाइज कि प्राइस इज़ नॉट द ओनली थिंग. 2 साल में एक बार मैं गोवा आ रहा हूँ, 1 साल में एक बार गोवा आ रहा हूँ फैमिली के साथ. माइट एज वेल स्टे एट अ प्लेस विच गिव्स मी एश्योरेंस कि मेरा स्टे अच्छा जाएगा. मनी इज़ नॉट एन इशू. कमिंग टू द स्टाफ, again, money actually is not, staff is not leaving you because of money. And this comes from my experience in the recruitment vertical, where I'm constantly talking to clients.
You don't have a growth career path for them.
No growth career path for them. 3 core reasons. And I'm talking about independent, smaller hotels. मैं बड़ा होटल चलाया हूँ, मगर अभी मैं 40, 50, 100 रूम के होटल कैटेगरी में चला देखता हूँ. तो 3 core reasons when we help the owners actually investigate कि staff food, staff accommodation, management behavior.
सैलरी तो बोलता ही नहीं है कोई.
Beautiful, love it.
Nobody talks about
That is so bang on.
तो this is the core reason. And now we have to investigate because हमको 3 months का replacement guarantee देना पड़ता है. But if you start doing that for everybody, you can imagine. तो we बाबा say कि you fix your place first. You want it to be, we'll do it for you. But fix it. So that's how the
हाँ जी, स्टाफ फूड, स्टाफ क्वार्टर, थर्ड क्या था?
मैनेजमेंट
बिहेवियर.
ओनर्स बिहेवियर.
हाँ. तो
Basically, when you have to engage your staff, one, Two, you just look after their families as well. So once you see, okay, you see that somebody's one of the employees, उसकी wife, उसका भाई, उसके चाचा, ताऊ, मम्मी, कोई भी, if they are suffering from something, and you just go and help them out, or just send a bouquet, or just send a fruit basket, you buy for them forever.
Internal customer, I think Taj calls them the internal customers out there.
Yes.
And second thing is, the staff, they don't want to go. They go only just because of the behavior of the top management or the owners. Because nowadays, every single owners, they want to have the money back within a month or 2 or 6 months time. So they want to squeeze it out to the staff. They have so much of pressure, and then they have to leave. They have no other choice. So they just jump in from one to other point. But if you, as a top management, if you take care of the staff, you do town halls, you engage them with the matches, you do eat with them, drink with them, take out for once in a month for a out. What do you say that? चलो आज बाहर खा के आते हैं. Top management will go along with you. Then top management will take care of the junior management.
Don't penalize mistakes. We tend to penalize mistakes.
नहीं, penalize नहीं, just train them. Just train them. गलती हर एक से होती है, मेरे से भी होती है, आपसे भी होती है. So just train them कि जो तुमने किया गलत किया, we have to do this way. For example, one of my initial hotels, वहाँ पर आप कभी किसी गेस्ट को, you can't say कि sir, where is the washroom? You can't say sir, go straight and go. No.
दिखा गया हो.
We have to go along with and tell them, okay sir, this is the gate, this is the washroom. So you have to have personalized services to the guests. Same goes to the staff as well. Just be little personal to the staff, they won't leave you. That's my guarantee.
As far as staff retention is concerned, he rightly said that good food, management behavior, and good accommodation. These 2-3 things are there. But I also feel that yes, money does play a role to a certain extent, because what happens is, if you consider hospitality industry compared to the other industries that are available outside, a fresh graduate that comes to you gets peanuts compared to the other industry. So what we get is a very shallow, after all the sieving is done, what we get is the bottom part of it.
You're saying
Leftover tomatoes.
कहीं भी एडमिशन नहीं हुई तो हॉस्पिटैलिटी में आ जाओ.
So what happens is, and we pay them peanuts, which is not enough for a dignified life. So what they do is, initially for the first 4 to 5 years, they look out for that 500 to 1,000 rupees jump. They get 1,000 rupees in the next hotel, they go from here to there. They got 1,000 rupees more in the next hotel, they go from here to there. So a steward or maybe a trainee steward will go for a
Mainly housekeeping.
1,000 rupees to the next place and get a steward position there. He goes for another 500 rupees in the next place, and he will probably say, I have worked for 2 years, now I want trainee captain. So he's not only getting the jump on the role, he's also getting little bit of more incentive on the salaries. This is the reason why we get, why right now the quality of staff that we have is not great. We always say that, gone are the days when the good people were there. Yes, then what comes into play is training. What comes into play is giving them vision that, see, you can do this into our place. And it's a very tedious task to create a team. It takes a long time to create a team. You have to do a lot of pruning, you have to do a lot of nurturing, you have to do a lot of training, and then pick the right ones, like I said, that hold the people. So you have to hold the right people, and then again, you can't hold them for very long, because you can't go them, you can't
Right.
go on holding.
Right. But just to make it fun, just tell me 1 or 2 insights of how you've held on to somebody who's going. मतलब क्या बातें होती है? Yeah.
Add to whatever everybody said. Retaining, rightly said, company should have vision. Then only you can retain people. If you don't have vision, when it comes to staff food, staff accommodation management, so I'll just take my example. I come from army background, so the leadership first state is know your men. So you must know your men. That's how they're going to take bullet for me. This guy is going to take bullet for me in the war, and I should be the best, and I should know him the best to take out. So we say color of underwear. We should know about what color of underwear he's wearing. Basically, you should know what his strengths and weaknesses are. So trainings are very, very important, as you rightly pointed out. I had a time when 95% of employee left on one single day. We used to run a hotel in Calcutta, the Broad Street Broadway, 33 keys. It's our only suite. We had 12 suites. So, and we used to do a lot of conferences. There was time when we were doing 3 conferences together. And we had huge corporate base, huge. And 95% people leaving in one single day because of certain reason. Because we took that hotel with the staff and somebody was leading them, and because of that, somebody's instruction, they left. Then we sat, we realized what we should do. So every company has a motto. We also have a motto, and I have printed it. And in Calcutta, we doing asset management for Tata Steel, and we have almost 150 employees. We used to have once upon a time. So every office of ours says that employee first, customer second. Employee first, customer second. And we followed very. In Goa, there is huge challenges of retaining people. I was in Calcutta. My 150 people nobody left us for 10 years odd. So I have employees who have been with me for 14 years, 15 years also. In Calcutta, employees who are now working in Goa. Goa has a major issue of challenge of manpower retaining. And he rightly said, 1,000 rupees, 500 rupees, look, people shift. So what if you can put in the mind that you are first to me and customer is second from day one. They are going to go and come and talk to you before leaving. And as rightly pointed out, if we can solve their problem. So I personally eat staff food every single day. I have a staff accommodation. I check personally every week. And if my staff accommodation is not ready, my employee will not go to staff accommodation. They'll stay in hotel room until it's ready.
How does this, sorry, I'm just interrupting, but how does, what kind of, does this send a strong message that staff food hum log sab kha rahe hain? Or is it does, huh?
Yeah.
I think, right?
The cook knows that he has to prepare good quality of dal. See, they eat only dal, sabji, rice, and thrice in a week, I think, non-veg, twice egg. There's a standard menu set for all hotels, I think, everybody.
Once in a week or once in a month, if the top management goes to the cafeteria, eat the same food along with the staff, it makes.
And be with them. I think once in 2 months we do a staff party. I personally sponsor and host them, so they feel it's not coming from company, it's coming from captain's pocket. So and they have a problem. You can walk up to your manager. It's not sorted out within 48 hours. It will come to me. They all know about it. So I think if you solve their problems, I don't think so they will ever leave you. Money is of course an issue, but that is for the junior level. And then it's there in the mind that we are growing. We are going to have more gym than SUM. Then if you're growing like everybody's growing, and they know they have their siblings who can even join Katra or Faridabad. So
family involved with that.
Involvement. And I think the best thing is to ensure that they go for a holiday. I think if you take care of employee, if you can give them a package, I'm still not able to do that. I don't have that kind of fund, but everybody can do that. I think if you can take care of their family for a vacation, I think that sends a very strong message to the employee that, okay, even not only me and my family is taken care of.
So 3 nights, 4 days का package अपनी hotel में दे दो उनको, कि family को बुला लो.
I do that, sir. I do that.
For example, I have a hotel in Himachal, and then I have a hotel in in Goa as well. So what I do, कसौली में ऑफ सीजन है तो गोवा में सीजन है, सीजन ऑफ सीजन गोवा में है तो कसौली में सीजन है. तो एक तो क्रॉस ट्रेनिंग हो गया, उनको यहाँ से वहाँ शिफ्ट कर दिया. उनकी वाइफ, उनके बच्चों के साथ आई शिफ्टेड टू देम टू कसौली फ्रॉम गोवा. So they're enjoying for 10 days or 15 days into the Kasoli. Simultaneously, they're also learning the different side of the story and how they perform into the Kasoli or how they perform into the Shimla. Secondly, उनका थोड़ा सा change हो गया. उनके बच्चों को छुट्टी भी मिल गया. So that's how we do interchange of and that again it's a cross training. So the more involvement to your company, the more staff will retain with you. I have the staff for more than 10 to 15 years who's working with me.
Very nice.
I would like to add to that. When I don't know if it is still the trend, but when you work in a hotel, all your family and friends, they want to eat or stay for free. So
No, it's more.
So what happens is we have a family and friends rate and an employee rate for the hotels, all hotels. So what happens is when an employee is able to give a very good rate to somebody from his family at some other location, they feel that sense of belongingness. Okay, I was able to do something for my family because I work in this place.
Right.
They get that sense of belongingness into that place, and that sense of belongingness is very, very important to be created in the staff. Yes.
Right.
So
See, I'll just add it to that. See, we have been awarded by Great Place to Work. And when this audit was going on, that time we have made sure that when we get this award, then it is placed all the HR, everything. And you go to any of the hotels, you'll have the back of the house, big hierarchy chart,
Acha.
including Mr. Balji and everyone board members. So you get that. Then you have got an induction. See, as even their place to work when they were doing analysis, they have said, as you said, there are three reasons only to leave. One is certainly salary is not a first reason. It's environment. What environment you have given whenever I come. And most of the, if you see the attrition, it happens within 3 months. A person is going to stay for 1 year, he might stay for longer also.
Okay.
Because he get accustomed to your entire policy, system, your seniors, juniors, everyone. But first 3 months, because as you say that, new bahu comes to your house, and if you're not going to take care, then she still remembers the old house.
Right, right.
So, whichever place they have come from, he is still in the mind on general, with my supervisor, my general manager to treat me like this, they are. And here is something different. So you have to give him the good environment that, okay, you are a newborn baby. And that is, we have got various things we do. We do the fresh eye meet. And fresh eye meet has to be done either by the AVP or VP. Every 3 months, that fresh eye meet. Every month, Chai Pe Charcha, general manager has to do. And that no HOD will be there in the Chai Pe Charcha. It's not that you have to make them sit HOD and then steward is sitting, suddenly he'll not speak anything about the HODs. Because he's going to be caught. So it's a Chai Pe Charcha, it's totally every month has to be done, and it's only 4 or 5 staffs will be there, and there'll be only staff in general manager. When you have got a fresh I meet, it will be only fresh appointment of the staff and vice president or AVP of the company. So no HOD will be there. And HR, certainly HR manager will be there. So these all things. Third, I'll tell you, as they said, a town hall and everything, cafeteria, certainly that most of the good groups, but standalone property, many of the smallest standalone property, supervisory development program for 3 months. It's a written, classes are done, and then you have to give an exam, and once you pass out, then from supervisory to you become an executive. Then you have got a MDP, Management Development Program. So from there you get a general manager. So any HOD can apply for that, and entire cost is borne by the company. And in that MDP, we do the 6 month rigorous training, by cross training, from this person from the resort, he goes to the city hotel goes to some hill station, and all their traveling and their accommodation, food, everything taken care, and they get a 1 month training over there. And then they come back, they become be a buddy with the general manager for 1 month, and then there is a interview by all the 4 cluster head. And if he passes that interview by the cluster head, then he becomes a GM. So if these all the growths are shown, certainly people are not going to leave you. Right. So as you said, you have to have environment, person's growth, and third comes the management behavior, and fourth comes to the salary. Certainly, if everything is not there, then he'll run away for the 500 rupees. But trust me, if you are, as you said, if any person does not get job, then he comes to the hotel line. But trust me, this also is gone now. If you see the last 2 years, IHM data, they are not able to fulfill their seats also. They have 10,000 seats.
I nahi rahe log.
Yeah, they have 10,000 seats. Last year was only 6,000 people came. Yeah, they have this year again. I was sitting with Dona and Sagnik Chaudhary for this meeting only, because I am the panel member there. Still 8,000 only applications come. They've got 12,000 seats. Applications only come 8,000. So even people are not preferring to come to this industry. Sure. Another reason I'll tell you, during the COVID time, most of the hotels, and especially I'm sorry to say, most of the stallion property also, they have kicked their, even my own, some of the known person, they've kicked the staff like anything.
Right, right.
You do whatever, the way a laborer was on the road, the way they have thrown from the hotel, आप मरो जियो, आपको कैसे घर जाना है वो तुम्हारी प्रॉब्लम है, but you leave my house. And whichever hotels that time they have taken good care, either by giving the 60% salary, 20% salary, or 50% salary, and all the meals and accommodation, that hotel has survived.
Good point.
Agreed.
Good point. Achha, so this marks a very important avenue for you, right? So recruiting के लिए, but recruiting फिर भी like demand ज़्यादा है, supply है नहीं.
No, it happens seriously. He is telling the example of, you just take the staff, such a good staff he recruited. And last month owner said, no, I don't want him.
Very, very senior position. I mean, after.
And he has left that earlier job, now he's on the road.
So it's a difficult position for me to. I mean, yeah, this is an owner in specific. First time in my experience, something like this has
What he was
happened.
feeling.
But I can understand this happening.
Yes, yes. I think 2 points here. Number one, if your operations and human resource strategy is based on the premise of empathy and kindness, you will never go wrong.
So वो तो I mean just वो तो या तो है या नहीं है, right?
हाँ, मगर नहीं है.
नहीं है, वही मैं कह रहा
नहीं
हूँ.
है.
वो
तो
क्योंकि वो बाद
गलती
में
वहाँ-
इंजेक्ट नहीं होती और वो भी टॉप से डाउन.
हाँ. दूसरी चीज ये है कि we focus right now, especially in the age of very average and sub-average talent that is available out there in the market. When we get a recruitment request from a client, we say that, see, we are firstly not a staffing company, so एक हफ्ते में भेजो, 2 दिन में 4 हाउसकीपर भेजो, वो नहीं कर सकते, so we refuse it. What we actually do is we recruit. तो उसके लिए क्या है, the client has to agree, the hotel owner or the operator has to agree to strategic recruitment.
Does that mean poaching?
इसका मतलब ये है कि emphasize on talent density. जो आप काम 10 हाउसकीपिंग एसोसिएट से करा सकते हो, क्या आप वही काम 7 या 6 से करा सकते हो by paying each one slightly higher? What will happen is will then attract better talent. I'm not saying it is always the case, but generally that has worked. When you attract better talent, pay them higher, you are outpricing them from the market. तो वो 500,000 रुपये के लिए नहीं जाएगा, 5,000 के लिए जाएगा. तो आप उसको तो जैसे एट अ हायर लेवल ओबरॉय करता है, राइट? तो you get your talent density right, train them well, work with a smaller unit which is well knit rather than a big team. just पता ही नहीं होगा.
But who should take this call? This is the GM's work or
This is the GM's work along with the owners. फंसते हैं एंड वही छोड़ते हैं वो फिर हमारे लिए दे आर आई मीन फॉर बिजनेसेस लाइक अस दे आर कमोडिटी राइट वेर इन वी देन मेक श्योर दैट वी प्लेस देम एट द राइट प्लेस वी डू द राइट मैच मेकिंग एंड देन द पर्सन स्टेज बट इफ द मैनेजमेंट डज नॉट अंडरस्टैंड द एम्प्लॉयज प्रॉब्लम्स it is very difficult to get quality work out from them, and it is a given. You may win for the interim, but in the long run very difficult to keep succeeding that way.
Abhishek, any views?
One thing to add on here.
Yeah.
To retain for the retaining the staff. See, the owners, they have to make a property in a way that the guest should be satisfied. It's not only the staff has to be satisfied. If there are a lot of complaints, a lot of loopholes, a lot of problems in the property, the staff will leave. The staff leaves because यार यहाँ तो बहुत प्रॉब्लम है, हर रोज ये दिक्कत आ रही है, पानी है, सप्लाई ठीक नहीं है या स्मेल आ रही है, all those small issues. और वो who is facing? The staff is facing. So if the property is made nicely, the kept nicely, the staff will retain. One. Second, sir, the training part which we already discussed. I'll give you my example. I was sent by the Imperial Delhi to France and London to learn the wine and cheese training and to the Scotch. So who sent me? Delhi Imperial. So now I am the loyal to the Imperial. I cannot leave. So I worked 15 years in Imperial only.
अच्छा.
तो वो जो लॉयल्टी आती है वो आती है अगर आपने उसी अपने एम्प्लॉय को पहचान लिया. दे गिव मी द ट्रेनिंग फॉर द फ्रेंच लैंग्वेज, दे गिव मी द ट्रेनिंग फॉर द wine and cheese course, they gave me the training, send me for the Scotch whiskey training. So all those things has given to me by whom? Imperial Delhi. तो अगर ऐसी चीज़ें हम अपने एम्प्लॉयज़ में इनकलकुलेट कर देते हैं और उनको बताते हैं गो बॉयज़ यू आर द पर्सन हु यू कैन डू इट, और उनमें से 1-2 लड़कियां निकल के आते हैं then you're giving the inspiration to the rest of the team.
मुझे आपकी ये सारी बातें सुन के I wanted to ask one question जो मुझे अभी the so far what I'm understanding with all of this is then I think what should happen is we're not painting everybody with the same brush, but clearly to a large extent owners are not from the same industry and all of that, and they've not been able to get to the grassroots level. So empathetic GMs का एक cartel is not the right word maybe, but एक cartel is the perfect word. चलो cartel बनाते हैं. And then they should approach owners and say, I want to be an entrepreneur with you, like a 10% partner, and let me run the hotel. आप side हो जाओ. Because
फिर तो cartel is the perfect word.
because otherwise कैसे होगा? See, ये बात तो कभी भी ठीक नहीं होने वाली. वो बोलेगा मेरे को ऊपर से बैठ के वो he's taking a decision here whether to fire or not fire a person. It's not going to the ground level. Staff food तक पहुंचना तो दूर की बात है. The person who's empathetic has to be selected, and that person becomes a partner, not a salary. Because even a GM or a vice president or a AVP or CEO or whatever level that we say, जो owner के बाद आता है किसी भी company में, that person after a certain level will say, अब ऐसे ही होता है वो जो बोलेंगे hashtag नहीं hashtag the GM's cartel.
I'd like to add on this. I go back in 2010 when I just left army and joined a company called HCL Tech. I worked in that company for 10 years. Okay, and primarily from day one, my founder Vineet Nair told us that what I am doing, a milkman can do if he's trained well for 6 months. So I can be replaced. I saw here there's a chemical engineer. I saw there is a mechanical engineer. So I said chemical engineer, mechanical engineer, IT. So they were all supposed to be trained. I joined in admin, then moved to project, then moved to sales in some time. So it was very clear. Then I googled that employee first, customer second. It's a case study in Business Harvard School. It's a case study in Business Harvard School, and that's how when one day when everybody left, I sat back and thought, okay, what should I do? Okay, let me put this as a motto of my company: employee first, customer second, and ensure that they are treated so well. When we say treating well is also a staff accommodation, food, behavior, being empathetic, and also solving their problem and being with them at the hour when they need you most. I think most of these issues of employee retention will go. I think management behavior is very, very crucial things to be seen. And since that day and today, when you go to Tata Steel and say employee first, customer second, because they're very employee friendly. Tata Steel, they're one of our biggest clients in Calcutta. We do asset management for them, and all our offices reach that employee first, customer second. And when I was my first presentation, I put that slide. They're pretty happy to know that for him, Tata Steel is second and employee is going to be first. So I think with that, I think we should be able to. Unfortunately, Goa is a bad market. People leave for 1,000 rupees, 1,500 rupees. I think all these hoteliers should stop doing that. Taking the employee from if somebody comes without notice, I don't hire. I don't hire. Don't hire people who are coming without notice. I tell them, like somebody came just 2 days back and she wanted to leave after 7 days notice. I said somebody who is taking you is doing wrong. By leaving you, I will be doing another thing wrong. So I will retain you for 3 weeks. You leave, no problem, but give proper notice. So I think notice thing should also get implemented by all of us to put that in the mind when they're joining the 60 days, 30 days, 3 weeks to 1 month. You must give, even for junior or senior, whatever. And that will send a strong message in the market that, okay, this brand does value their employees by retaining them, by giving, and also people joining you without notice. Why should you hire? Because they are also going to do the same thing with you guys.
No, so I think I have seen one thing best in the Goa GMs group, in the Goa only. So there is a group of GMs, right?
Yes.
So anybody who leaves early or without the notice, they put into the group. So that makes a sense that, okay, Balbir has left without saying or without the notice, so that you should not hire. So that's going really well in this market.
In our recruitment policy, we have a declaration form from the employee that he's done a proper clearance from the previous place with proper notice. And we after recruitment, we don't check before recruitment. After recruitment, we check from the previous hotel whether everything went well.
Reference check, that's the best.
बट वो बाद में क्योंकि पहले करोगे तो वो वहीं से ऑफर बेटर देके आएगा ही नहीं
That's why we
पहुंचेगा
check afterwards.
इसमें से यही निकल के आ रहा है कि you have a huge opportunity.
Right.
Not only marketing hotels, but also marketing hotels for employee branding, as a employer branding.
right? That's also an opportunity where if a hotel can actually do that as a great place or a hotel to work, showcasing what you do, you're actually able to attract great talent.
Some 8-10 years continuously, they're number one IT company in the world.
See, मेरे को ना मेरे जो
Best employer.
I'm sure there are people who stand their ground on righteousness. But for a long time, for the longest time, what I've seen is you show me your balance sheet. इतने स्ट्रेच तो आप कहाँ एम्प्लॉय का ध्यान रखोगे? सब कुछ तो आपने कर दिया है, आपको तो सब कुछ कल सुबह ही चाहिए. तो यू कैन समटाइम्स सी अ बैलेंस शीट ऑफ अ पर्सन एंड अंडरस्टैंड कि इस होटल में एम्पैथी की कोई जगह है नहीं. देयर कैश फ्लो so tight. Yeah.
So first, I just want to say thank you for inviting me here. And
Actually, we should say thank you because this is their hotel. They've done everything, so thank you very much.
yeah, and secondly, coming to the employees, you've met Manoj sir. You know how gem of a person he is, and we've just added this new policy that we do not fire our employees based on performances.
अच्छा.
Good, bad, worse. Once we will do our interviews thoroughly, we'll check your skills and properly, and then once we hire you, you're with us. That's it.
So that's a good reassurance given to the person कि मैं अगर मैं सीखने को तैयार हूँ तो हर गलती से मुझे जज नहीं किया जाएगा. Very interesting.
लास्ट और आपको 50 रुपए नहीं लगेगा.
हाँ, वो तो that hurts people so much, especially at a junior level.
So another thing, coming to Manoj sir, I mean, the gem of a person he is. He parties with us. He got a new house. He called all of us there, like one evening, come see my house, danced with us, like till late.
That's the engagement part which we discussed.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Marathon भी कर रहे हैं ना वो आजकल.
yeah,
हाँ.
he's a complete athlete. I don't know how I'll get there, but yeah, some inspirations I do take from him. And on the other side, employee policies are also very nice. The HR, we have a gem of a person in HR. His name is Sanjay Deshpande, and we have after him coming, it's like a lot of people have not left the organization. The people who have put in papers also are, one call from him and they'll be, even if they are getting 30, 40, 50% increments, one call from him and he'll be like, okay sir, आपने बोल दिया बस छोड़ दो.
अगली बार मैं अपनी टीम की मेंबर्स की बात उनसे कराऊंगा, संजय से.
मैंने संजय का नाम लिख लिया.
हाँ, मैंने देखा मैंने.
नंबर नहीं मिलेगा. We hold him like he holds us. So yeah, I mean, these things play a pivotal role.
Right.
In our everyone, we have up to the supervisor level, we do the insurance. Everyone, either owner likes it or does not like it.
How much does it cost you per person?
See, per person, mostly it costs us, because we corporate level we do, it costs us not more than 10,000 rupees.
Per person for how much time?
For a year.
1 year.
Yeah. And per person it does not cost more than for a trainer. And then those employees, and it's a 2+2.
मतलब 800 रुपए महीना पर एम्प्लॉय आपका ऐड हो गया. हाँ.
And 2+2 means if you are not married, you can add your parents also in that. If then, so that person, see, I'll do recently in our hotel here only Goa I'm talking about, I had 5 cases like this. One of our reservation executive, she got a cancer sudden breast cancer. Trust me, she was 11 months out of the job. And 11 months, I'll tell you that most of the hoteliers or Italian hoteliers or owners will say कि भाई उसको छोड़ दो, जब आएगी तब देखेंगे. But we had a policy कि no, she is suffering for such a dangerous thing. Make sure कि without working 50% salary goes to her. And after 11 months, we have taken her back on the same position with everything. Same just recently, I'll tell you, one of the person had a intestine problem. He was 9 months, he was just junior chef of the party. We took care of the entire insurance and everything. And again, same thing we did. So these all the things people, they remember you.
Right.
कि सपोज मैं यहाँ से अगर 500 रुपए के लिए कोई 1000 रुपए के लिए किसी दूसरे होटल में चला जाता हूँ, चले जाता हूँ, अगर वहां पर ये हुआ तो ये 1000 रुपया it will cost me more than lakhs. So these small family security makes a lot of difference than any other security. See, why do you work for the most of the people? They go to the government job and they don't and they retire from there. Either it's a only security, only security. So if you give them the security, as you said, ki, you are not fired. Even I believe in that. If you have hired him, either it's wrong or right, it's your mistake that you have hired a wrong person. See,
You missed that.
Yeah.
They've created a policy across their,
Yeah.
that their and your company is Mr. Damania's the overall, right?
Yeah.
So that's part of that. This Seven Apples is just one part of Mr. Damania's whole empire. So they're saying if we hire you, then we're not going to fire you. It's
We
based on
do not
performance.
fire our employees based on performance, good, bad.
No, because it's a hiring. If there is any problem, there's a problem with the general, there's a problem with the HODs. It's not a problem with the employer. You have hired him. So once you have hired him, it's your duty to train them. And if you are not able to train them, then you are not a good general manager, first of all. Then you should resign before he resigns. So that should be the thing. No, you have a very good policy you have.
Actually, just to add on this, some many years back, we had a lot of employees, and Tata Steel has got a lot of stringent rules. Salary on 7, PF ASI by 15. So those things anyway, everybody has to follow that. And we rightly did what he was saying, that we did one step ahead. We went and did the medical insurance of 5 lakh each for all employees. Hardly not even costed me 10,000 rupees. I think 7,000 something costed me for 1 year. And we on our monthly report, when we said that okay, compliance A B C D E F G H was also there. So we added birthday ke din, somebody's birthday, so 10,000 rupees, somebody's wedding, 20,000 rupees, and somebody's demise, 25,000 rupees. These were certain policies of HR which we added, and they were like, wow, this is a small company and doing so much for employees. So I think we should not penalize our employees for technical mistakes. There are companies, including us, who are ready to take losses worth lakhs, thousand lakhs for employee doing technical mistakes. When you're at work, there can be chances that there are mistakes which has happened, and the company could make loss. What we should only think about is that is it a attitude mistake, which should not be acceptable. Attitude mistake because of her or his attitude. If company started making losses, that message has to go to the employee. Your absent from duty without information, night out without information, is harming us, harming our reputation, harming. So this message has to go to the employee. Ki we will not be fired for our performance, but we can be fired for
बिकॉज
our
इसी
attitude,
बात का वो भी हो
behavior.
सकता है ना, जैसे आपने का डिमांड है और सप्लाई नहीं है, तो इसका एडवांटेज भी तो उठा सकते हैं, कल नहीं आऊँगा मैं, और परसों तो वैसे ही मेरा ऑफ था, और फिर तो होली है, तो then you're like, what do you say to this guy?
Should not be acceptable. Mistakes in attitude. Yeah. So if that message is going to the employee, it's very important that message should be there from day one. You can't be doing A, B, C, D is not acceptable. C, E, F, G, H is acceptable. So there have been time when lady is walking up with 12 plates in front of me and she slips and all. So my first question, did you get hurt? With that, did you get hurt? My first question. I was not like, how many plates you were carrying? That was not in my mind. And it was not truly in my mind that she was carrying a dozen of the plate, and it was very expensive.
जैसे आप अपने बच्चे को करते हो, उसका जब फोन आता है कि पापा मैंने आपकी गाड़ी मार दी, पहले तू बता, तू ठीक है? और फिर गाड़ी की फोटो बाद में भेजना मेरे को. फिर तू
I think compassion is something which probably is lacking today. The youth, maybe generation. If we can push that to the newer generation, that compassion is something which is very important.
we did this exercise at Internet Moguls many years ago. Many years ago. We got, normally कहते हैं ना, आप दुनिया अपनी नज़र से देखते हो. जब आपको लगता है दुनिया में आप में कमी आप भरने की कोशिश. So for me, therapy is going for a chumpy. कहीं भी जब बहुत ज़्यादा ओवरवेलम हो जाता है, गाड़ी रोक दो, स्निप है, ये है, वो है, 10 मिनट जाओ, हेड मसाज, 15 मिनट्स का, एंड यू फील गुड. तो हमने ऑफिस में चंपी कराई. इट वॉज अ रन अवे सक्सेस. फ्राइडे, और हमने बोला कि 15-15 मिनट के सेशन होगा और वो 3-4 घंटे के लिए आएगा. पहले फ्राइडे तो सबने बोला कि क्या ऑफिस के अंदर सा अजीब सा लगेगा. देन देयर वाज अ कैबिन, तो ये नहीं है कि जब आप चंपी करा रहे हो कोई देख रहा है. तो उसके बाद तो 8 बज गए, फ्राइडे रात को 8 बजे कौन बैठता है ऑफिस में, 8 बजे बैठे कि मेरी नंबर आने वाला है. और एक और चीज़ हमने करी थी, दैट दिस वाज मेनी इयर्स अगो, नाउ तो आई थिंक इट्स बिकम वेरी कॉमन. The person was not called a therapist, but he was like a therapist. She was a therapist. She said, Ajit, I'll come and talk to staff. जो आपसे और आपके सीनियर से बात नहीं हो सकती वो हमसे करेंगे. People have so forget the company. लोगों के अंदर कितना कुछ है बात करने को कि भाई मेरी जिंदगी में ये सब चल रहा है, कोई मेरे बात तो करे.
Talk to them. Had this ergonomic sessions of recently. Organized by our HR, like how to sit, how to keep this lower back placed right behind you so that you have good support. Like all these things, as I said, are very important, and someone is actually paying attention on those lines. That कंपनी के लिए तो काम कर रहे हो आप, बट आपके लिए हम क्या कर रहे हो वो देखो. So
But that's so amazing to know that we are talking. At least ये बात तो हो रही है.
Take care of their kids, take care of their family. Those all important factors works a lot. If you say कि तो ये ठीक नहीं लग रहा है, ये कर यहाँ से कोई प्रॉब्लम है, you just talk to them.
You know, जैसे पुराने ज़माने में से होता आ रहा है, I think हर जगह होता है कि ज़्यादातर जो हमारे पास रिक्वेस्ट आती है या मेरे पास जो स्पेशली आती है कि अब वो कॉलेज में पहुंच गया, उसकी एडमिशन करानी है किसी कॉलेज में, फ़ोन, एंड दैट वन और 20 phone calls from you to get that one admission goes a long way in cementing that bond with the person.
एक और चीज है, अगर आप किसी भी एम्प्लॉय से, अगर आप फॉर दैट मैटर एनी एम्प्लॉय, उसने अपने 3 CF इकट्ठे कर लिए और वो घर जाना चाहते, बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल हु आर कमिंग टू वर्क इन गोवा दे आर एब्सोल्युटली फ्रॉम आउटसाइड ऑफ द गोवा, नॉट नॉर्मली फ्रॉम गोवा एंड गोवा. तो कोई उड़ीसा से, कोई कलकत्ता से, कोई दिल्ली से, कोई हिमाचल से, एंड इफ दे आर वांट टू compensate their COs, I think we should not say no. Instead of saying okay adjust कर लेते हैं, you adjust with me, I'll adjust with you, right? So time के हिसाब से उसको फ्रेम करो, उसको बताओ कि भाई इस टाइम पे तू जा, 4 की जगह 5 दिन छुट्टी चला जाए, बट अभी मेरे को तू अपना टाइम दे. So he can compensate the COs and he can enjoy the family life as well as we can also.
But I wanted to understand another theme that comes out is, why does the top management need to talk to people about these things? Should the top management even be getting involved in these things? Because clearly they're not getting it right. Because they've got other things on their mind. They should deal with 1 or 2 people, right?
So the top management has to talk to their HODs. The HODs has to be briefed in that way so that they can take care of it. Not that top management like general manager, vice president or the owners, they should not talk to them. But the only thing is the HODs has to be briefed in a such way or the trained into such way that they should be talking to them that way so that the result can come out the what we need actually as a boss.
Can I add something to it? So, so you mentioned a point some time back in the initial conversation that gone are the days when we used to have such kind of managers, right? And that is so true.
नहीं है ना, but आज इस यहाँ के बाहर शायद नहीं है.
Precisely.
We've got
So now relating that aspect to the point what you just made, तो responsibility किसकी है? अगर हम HODs के कंधे पे सारी चीज डाल देंगे तो one blessed thing which happened for me growing up in the industry was that I was fortunate enough to work with great brands, और उसमें empathetic leaders भी थे और non empathetic leaders भी थे और चोगे वाले leaders भी थे जो सिर्फ मखौटा पहन के घूमते थे, right? So one ethos for me was that when I get the opportunity, I'm probably going to make a difference by learning and picking up the right things from each and every angle. So, most of the points on this particular table are so true that just like, we managers are expected to, supposed to have eye for detail कि lobby में कहाँ पे POP उखड़ी हुई है और कहाँ पे कुछ गिरा हुआ है. Why can't we just read the mood of the room by looking at a staff कि ये खुश नहीं लग रहा, ये उदास लग रहा है. So rather than reaching out to the HOD, of course the HOD should know, the army rule कि कच्छे का color कौन सा है sir. When the HOD does not know his staff, that means he does not know his, people who are fighting the war for him. So we as leaders are expected to have that empathetic quotient that we are approachable for the team members. उसके लिए GM और VP और owner वाला tag नहीं होना चाहिए. You should create that space that you are able to infiltrate in his personal space and probably understand कि चल क्या रहा है. उसको कॉम्प ऑफ नहीं मिला है या फिर वर्कलोड है या फिर घर में कोई प्रॉब्लम चल रही है विच probably he can't discuss, and for us it's very easy to solve it. We say that how can we hire expensive people and people are leaving, what to do? Focus on your top line, right? That's our responsibility. We end up focusing on the bottom line because guess what, we are not able to achieve our responsibilities and achieve the targets, and that is the reason why we have to do knack pickings ki khana kam kar do, staff कम कर दो, accommodation के अंदर कुछ कर दो. The point what sir was making, right? You come into my hotel, the first thing I will say is go to my back office, because I'm sure he's opening the hotels as per the market demand and the market segment. So the dhanda is sorted. Now let me focus on the employee experience. When I focus on the employee experience and I take care of their future growth by launching an SDP program or a MGT program, or making sure that if an employee is going through an unseen foreseen error in their life, I'm there in their journey for providing 50% salary and then bringing them back on accommodation. All these are human touches. We are running a business where we are forgetting about hospitality is home away from
तो फिर
home.
इसका एक ही तरीका है, इसको पीएनएल में एक अलग चीज वो डाल के बजट में डालना देना चाहिए,
उस पर सोचना नहीं है ना,
क्योंकि बाद में नहीं एडहॉक डिसीजन नहीं हो पाएगा। उसका एक परसेंट, जैसे आपने कहा 800 पर पर्सन इंश्योरेंस का हो गया, एम्पैथी के 800, इसके इतने, वो जो आपने बोला कि वो कोई घर में डेथ हो गई इसके इतने, सब डाल के, और ये हो जाए जैसे 4 स्टार स्टैंडर्ड आपको तब मिलेगा जब आपका ये 7% कम से कम आपका टॉप लाइन का इसमें जा रहा है, तब ये चले जाएगा अंदर।
ऑनर्स की तरफ से ओके हो गए, देन दिस डो go back.
Right.
Eventually what happens is that the cost of retention is much more lower than cost of hiring, and then training, and then comes the breakages. हम वो 12 प्लेट नहीं सोचते हैं क्योंकि हमें स्टाफ का ध्यान रखना है. सो ट्रू, बिकॉज आई नो कि गलती इंसान से ही होती है, बट इफ यू आर हायरिंग फ्रेशर्स continuously and the person is judging you and he is negative, one apple spoils the entire basket, but one blossoming flower will blossom the entire garden also. So positivity goes a long way, and we need to find inspiration amongst ourselves only ki at the end of the day the culture has to be driven, be the change you want to be. But everybody's forgotten that thing. हमें अच्छा मैनेज, होटल तो अच्छा चाहिए, सिखाना नहीं है. कितनी मेहनत करोगे? अरे
So जैसे आपने कहा ना, ग्रेट प्लेसेस टू वर्क, इंटरनेशनल बॉडी इंडिया में आ गई है, नाउ एवरीबॉडी इज टेकिंग प्राइड के मेरे पास है, तो ऐसे ही कोई होना चाहिए एम्पैथेटिक प्लेसेस टू वर्क और व्हाटएवर, उसका सर्टिफिकेट जब तक ये नहीं होगा ना,
लेट्स लर्न फ्रॉम भूटान ना.
हाँ,
the country measures themselves on happiness index rather than economy index.
एनी पॉलिसी चेंज हैज टू हैपन एज अ मैंडेटरी इंजेक्शन, क्योंकि सारी दुनिया की अच्छी होने की, एम्पैथेटिक होने की वेट करेंगे तो शायद काफी टाइम लग जाएगा.
That's another trait of us, right? हमें डंडे की भाषा समझ में आती है.
So there is a company in Calcutta called Calcutta Electric Supply Corporation. It's an RPSG group company. They are over 100-year-old, more than 100-year-old, and they have this concept of holiday home for their employees, for their employees, all levels from VP, MD, ED to junior most level. They have at least 14, 15 holiday home. We own 2 of them. Like, we have created, manage, and operate holiday home. This is one more business which I do. So for our RPSG group, Calcutta Electric Supply Corporation. So I was talking to the admin manager. Said, why holiday home concept initially? So it's been 14 years when I am associated with CSC. So I realized that again there was a small trophy, best place to work in India, Eastern India, and they're number 1 for last so many years. So they send their employee for holiday, asking them, I think, 500 rupees for a 5-night, 100 rupees or 400 rupees per day for a villa, 3 BHK villa in Visakhapatnam. It's a sea-facing, proper. And they have in Puri, they have in Goa, they have on all the places. And they keep sending the employee with their family on a holiday, 4 nights, 5 days, and they are all packed. All of them are packed. And food is on actuals. So you have only expense of travel for their employees. So they are taking care of the employees. So again, taking care of their.
और हम सबके पास तो ऑलरेडी हॉलिडे होम्स हैं, और
तो हम ये सोच रहे हैं कि उनके फैमिली को हम बुला ले इसके लिए.
Great idea.
Companies are thinking and
Great.
doing it, and I witness it because I manage 2 of their holiday home, Visakhapatnam and Shantiniketan in Bengal. So and that is what they have been able to keep themselves in top companies to work for in Calcutta.
आप सबको मेरी तरफ से एक ईमेल आएगा, एंड आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट यू टू हेल्प मी मेक दिस हैपन. सो हमने ना 3-4 साल पहले एक कैंपेन शुरू किया था जो बहुत बुरी तरह फेल हो गया था. उसका नाम था कूल दरबान. तो हमने क्या किया था, बिकॉज वी ऑल गो टू होटल्स एंड जल्दी दरवाज़ा खोलो, चेकिंग के बाद गर्मी लग रही है, बट वो दरबान तो ऊपर से नीचे तक वुलन कपड़े और यहाँ तक वो पहना हुआ है उसने, और क्या बैंड बजा होता है, फिर वो गाड़ी गर्म चेक कर रहा है हमारी. So many people have made half sleeves and but a lot of people still have गरम दरबान जल रहा है. तो हमने कहा इसको कूल बनाते हैं. So क्या हुआ कि एक हम होटल में गए एंड बिल्कुल उसका ब्रांड नहीं था, कुछ नहीं था, सिर्फ उसकी दीवार के पास गार्ड खड़ा था. मैंने फोटो लगा के I put it कि this is not a cool दरबान. I got a call from their head office overseas and they said we cancelling your contract. I said for what? Firstly तो मैंने नाम भी नहीं डाला. They said, no, we know this is our hotel and you're our agency. Why did you do this? I said, it was not deliberate. I just saw something and बट वी शुड फिक्स दिस, नहीं फिक्स वगैरह नहीं करेंगे. सो फॉर दैट दिस थिंग फिर वो किसी तरीके से वो कैंपेन थोड़ा कम हो गया था. बट आई थिंक नाउ विद दिस काइंड ऑफ कॉन्वर्सेशन वी आर हैविंग, आई थिंक वी आर, यू नो, दैट एम्पैथी काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग इज देयर, इट्स ऑलरेडी देयर. सो आई विल सेंड ऑल ऑफ यू, यू नो, लाइक हमने कैंपेन बनाया बड़ा अच्छा उसको, इफ यू कैन फॉरवर्ड इट, इट इज जस्ट मेक श्योर दैट वो गर्मी में मरेंगे कम.
It's a very good thing, Kuldarman. You know, I have seen even in Goa, many of the hotels, Goa has got such a high humidity, and still you'll find that many places, in farm, are not matching to the Goan environment. So
नहीं, वो
that certainly should be taken
बिल्कुल
care.
जैसे दिल्ली में ना उसने जो टोपी पहनी हुई है, उस टोपी के नीचे आग लगी हुई है, मर रहा है वो. खड़ा होना अलग बात है, ऊपर से ये वाली वर्दी उसकी, इट्स क्रेजी. या
And another thing I wanted to add, which we are doing for the staff only, I forgot to mention that, that what we do for all employees, if he is confirmed after 1 year joining, we give a 2 months this thing bonus. So what we do, he has to sign that one bonus letter we give that for up to the supervisor 25,000 rupees, and above supervisor it's 1 lakh rupees. And if he stays for that letter is given, it's not that it's bondage that he has to stay 2 years. But if he completes 2 years, that he can in cash. The moment he completes the letter, that okay, a letter is given for the next 2 years date.
ये ऐसी लेटर्स आप अपनी डिजिटल मार्केटिंग एजेंसीज वगैरह के लिए भी कुछ है ऐसा?
Digital marketing agency के only as per the performance.
The other way around.
So this is there. Then second thing, we have got then we have got a Balji Foundation, where we all the employees pan India, up to the level 3, we give a complimentary their children's education. So just they have to submit their school fees, bills, and that we reimburse that. So up to level 3, they get pan India. So these all the things also gets, because if you are giving me letter after 2 years, this letter is valuable for 75,000. He's going to stay.
You know, we've come to the end of this podcast. हमारे वो the camera we getting at this signals from them also, and so I think आप में से सब लोगों को जब ये पॉडकास्ट रिलीज होगा, इसके रील्स रिलीज होंगे, आप लोगों को काफी स्टाफ मिलेगा, बिकॉज वी स्पोकन अबाउट द गुड अपॉर्चुनिटीज एवरीवेयर. तो बताना, so that we get to know that the podcast is working. So you know what, now what we want, firstly I wanted to say thank you to all of you people, because it's obviously every time that you do something like this, it's a learning experience for everybody. Like everybody is taking back notes, so that becomes beautiful, and it becomes an informal conversation. Not some, we thought firstly we'll do it on stage and do all of that, but वहाँ नींद आ जाती है जो सुन रहा होता है. सिर्फ जो बात करके engaged होते हैं वही लोग समझते हैं. We're taking back stuff in a conference. We sleep. You go to sleep. Like we all go to sleep. So this is working. So thank you very much for encouraging this. I'll send you all the email for the Cool Darban. If you can forward it, you know, post it, whatever, it will just help. Not at all. Thank you. Thank you, Seven Apples. Thank you very much.